Hi everyone. So today I will show you how to build API using Clone Mediator. Let's start how to build that one. First of all, let me quickly go through Integration Studio. Click New, REST API, and here New Artifact. Click Next. So here I am giving Clone API, and the context I am giving your clone, and version type. Let me modify this one to context, and this version giving like initial version 1.0.0. Let me finish this one. So until it's creating one XML file, let's go through our requirement analysis and understand what we are trying to achieve here. First of all, today I'll show you Clone Mediator. So Clone Mediator is like one parallel multicast of message. Like if you are sending one message, then it will send the same message to like a flow 1 and flow B. That is one example, and it will pass the same value to the two flow. Just for example, we are taking one name A and a name B. This is like one variable. So that field, if you are passing one single name, like one example, so this JSON, if I am passing like one name here, so I am passing like my name. So after passing this my name as a request body, like just example, this is for request. So this request, like if I am creating two variable, like the name one, I am creating one payload mediator. If I am calling one payload mediator in name one, and the same value, like if I am creating one more payload mediator for name B, so it will do what? This Narayan name, it will like automatic, like just example, like this payload mediator I am assigning as a target 1. So target 1 layer, and the second layer is target 2. So if you are sending this Narayan as a request, so this value automatic like triggered, and it will print the value in one target 1 payload mediator and target 2 payload mediator, and the log mediator will fetch the response, and I will show you like how we can clone the value, single value, to pass in two different target layer. And this is the flow like which you want to achieve here. So we will create one clone mediator. So clone mediator target 1, we will pass one payload mediator and one log mediator for printing whatever response we are getting from that payload. A second, like we will create another target. So that target we will create one more payload mediator, and there we will create one log. So target means what? Target means one type of resource, type of field. So they are like we need to drag and drop our mediators. I will show you like step by step process. And at the last, like if these two conditions succeed, we are printing one payload mediator and a log mediator, and this respond mediator like for responding the response to the customer. So let's start like how to build a API like to means achieve like how Clone Mediator is working as a real-time demo. So let me quickly go through Integration Studio. So Studio, first of all, like let me modify this resource. So right click this one, go through so property view. So here while you are creating in default like API XML file, by default the method like get only. So as I am using as a payload request body, so I need to modify this one to post. Let me close this one. So after this one, like now we need to do what? Let me go through a requirement analysis. We need to add like target 1 and target 2. So this is available inside Clone Mediator. So first of all, like I need to add a Clone Mediator. So press C. So this is like Clone Mediator. Let me drag and drop here. So this Clone Mediator, what we need to do? If let me explain in few steps. Like if you right click this one and go through so property view. So here you will learn like it is asking you clone ID and a sequential mediation, continual parent. So let me give one ID here. So I am giving your clone. Okay, Clone Mediator. Okay, so this Clone Mediator. So while if you are considering this one as a parent, we need to select this one continual. So if you are not selecting, like the flow is keep on running. Okay, if you are not selecting this one, the flow is keep on running until you are forcefully not terminating that one. So if you select this one, then it will do what? It will consider this clone as a parent clone. So select this one and close this file and save this one. Okay, so now what I need to do, let me go through my requirement analysis. What I did here, in Clone Mediator I need to use target 1 and I need to use target 2. So we need to create two target. So if you go through Integration Studio, just right click this Clone Mediator. There is one add remove target is there, just click that one. So we need to use two target, right? So let me add your 2 and press OK. So now you can see, right, this is target 1, the AO1, and this is target 2. You can see two box, right? So now as per our requirement analysis, what we need to do, we need to call one payload mediator for target 1 and one payload mediator for target 2. So let me go through integration studio. Let me press P. So let me drag and drop one for target 1 and one for target 2. Okay, let me delete this one and re-add it again. Okay, so now we have like two targets. So in Clone Mediator we have target 1 and we have target 2. So as per our requirement, we need to do what? While we are sending request one name, so the same name it will pass in target 1 and it will clone in target 2 also. That means the same value clone from target 1, or either you can consider as a like parallel multicast of message. So we can pass multiple messages in the same mediator. So let me go through here. So right click this payload mediator, go through show property view. So here like we need to send as a means you can see, right, this is a JSON request. So modify this media type, this one to JSON. So here I am passing like one example like a name. So this name I am passing here name val. Okay, name val 1. So we can print as a name val 1 as a field, right? So here like I am adding like $1. So this $1 value will fetch it from the request, right? So click add option. So here like modify this argument type to expression. Okay, and this evaluator, right, change this one to JSON because we need to fetch as a dollar that particular value, right? And this argument expression, if you press this one, right, so it will pop up this window. So here you need to change to JSON again. So I'm adding your dollar that field name. So if you click OK and finish this one, now our expression is $.name. Let me save this one. So this is for like val 1. So let me copy this value. This is like target 1 mediator, means target 1 payload mediator. So in target 2 also, let me right click this one, go through show property view. So here like let me modify this media type to JSON. Okay, I'm pasting the same value. So here let me modify this field name 1 to 2. So at least we need to verify our log is working or not. So this is my payload mediator. Now argument type, right? So this argument type, if I click press button, so here this value like let me modify to expression, and this evaluator, right, need to change to JSON, and the same value whatever we added in target 1 same needs to do for here also. So this JSON I am calling the same value. So change this one and click OK and finish this one. So now we set the both target 1 payload mediator and target 2 payload mediator. So for monitoring purpose we need to use as per the flow. So for target 1 like we need to add one more log mediator, right, for monitoring purpose of this target 1 like whatever data we are getting from the payload mediator. Go through here and here drag and drop one for target 1 like monitoring purpose log mediator. Same we need to do for target 2. So save this file. Now let me right click this one and go through show property view. So here we need to add the property arguments to verify whatever data we are getting from payload mediator. We need to print that one, right? So the end user can easily know like what is the issue. So this log level, let me modify this one to full, and if you click this plus icon, right, so here, so this property name I'm adding here target 1 name. So here I modify this one to expression. If you click this one, so here let me modify to expression. Okay, so this expression we need to set the XPath. So here you need to modify JSON-eval. So inside this JSON-eval, let me add $. Okay, so let me finish this one and save this. So this one we set it for target 1 name. So we need to do the same for target 2, right? So right click this log mediator, go through show property view. So here the log level let me modify to full here, and the property here, right, if you click plus, so here also like let me add like here target 2 name. Here also modify this one to expression, and this expression type also let me modify to expression here, and I'm adding the same value whatever I added in the target 1 log mediator. So JSON-eval, so inside JSON-eval I'm adding $. So we are setting the XPath. Now finish this one. If you save this file, right, so we set the both like target 1 and target 2. So if we both succeed, at least we need to print some postman response to verify our code is working or not, right? So what we need to do, we need to add one more like payload mediator. So this payload mediator, so this final like payload mediator, right click this one, go through show property view. So here like let me modify this media type to JSON. Okay, so here I'm adding one like hard coded value like to verify final result. So final result I'm adding here both target 1 name and target 2 name data succeed. Okay, so I'm close this one and save this value. Okay, let me scroll right. So now we need to do what, I'm adding one log mediator. Right click this one and go to show property view. Here log level let me modify this one to full here. So this property, right? So I'm adding one property here. So here I'm adding like final status. So final status, let me modify this one to expression. So here also let me modify this one to expression. So here I'm adding JSON hyphen eval. So inside this one I'm adding $. So whatever value I'm getting from the payload mediator, so I'm printing that one. So here I'm finish this one. After finish this one, let me save this file. Now we need to whatever data we are getting from payload and log, we need to print the response to customer, right? So for that purpose, there is one mediator is there, respond. So this mediator, it will terminate your flow, means it will stop your flow, and whatever response we are getting from the previous mediator, it will print that one. Now let me save this file. So now our full flex API flow is ready. So let's create one car file. So right click this exporter, go through like application project. So here I'm giving one name, okay. So I'm giving clone API flow. So click next here. So now let me expand this config, right? So let me uncheck this one. So we need to select the clone, right? So scroll down. Okay, so it's here actually. This clone API, right? So select that one and click finish. So it is showing what carbon archive file successfully created in the destination. So click OK. So now let's deploy this car file to verify our source code is working or not. Let me quickly go through EI carbon portal and refresh this UI. So make sure like your session data is still active. So scroll down. So this carbon application, right? Click add option here. So now we need to deploy our new car file to verify our code is working or not. So choose that file. So here we need to select that clone API flow and open this one and upload. So after uploading, like it is showing, it will take some second to reflect in our carbon application list. So click OK and refresh this one. So wait for a few seconds, it's not reflected now. So now it is 28, right? So let me refresh again. So now it is 29, that means our car file has been deployed now. So yeah, so this is one you can see, right? Clone API flow. So let me scroll down. So now let's go through APIs. So now we will verify our clone API is working or not. So after enter to this API option, right? So you can scroll down. Let me go through next. So okay, this is clone API, right? So let me copy this URL. So let's start to test this API, it's what kind of response we are getting. So let me, after copy this one, let me go through postman and modify this one get to post. So let me add it here in the body, right? So this body, let me go through raw data and modify this one to JSON. So within this JSON, let me go through our sample requirement. So let me copy this value, okay. Let me go through postman again and add it here. Let me beautify this one. So after sending request, you can see, right? So it is showing both target 1, target 2 data succeed. So those who want to know actual I'm telling you correct or wrong, so kindly go through log. So here you can see this is my final result, both target 1, target 2 succeed, and this is val, the payload, whatever payload I'm getting from the payload mediator, that I'm printing here. That is val 1 is Naren, and this the log mediator data also I could see here. And if you want to see the target 2 name, so this is target 2 name. This is my the response. Okay, this is my response, and this is my payload response. So hope you guys are understand how payload, this clone mediator is working. So there is another approach also, I'll tell you next video, how we can pass the 2 value as a response. Now those who are watching this video newly, kindly go through my channel, that's so beyond doubt. I'm regularly uploading all technical videos related to WSO2, and upcoming days also I'm planning to upload more Python related AI videos, so which will helpful for your future. So thank you so much, those who are watching my video, kindly like, share and subscribe my channel.